Have to stop doing, quit whining about her. The campaign is not going to win talking about crowd sizes. It's not going to win talking about what race Kamala Harris is. It's not going to win talking about whether she's dumb. It's not, you can't win on those things.
In this interview, Jake Tapper interviews Chris Sununu. Jake Tapper asks Governor Chris Sununu if Donald Trump campaign tactics of bashing, insulting Vice President Kamala Harris. He has called her dumb. He has called her an unintelligent person. He has called her the worst vice president in American history. Without wasting any more time, let's watch the interview.
Trump there veering off his economic remarks at a rally in Pennsylvania last night. Joining us now, Trump supporter and the Republican governor of the great state of New Hampshire, Chris Sununu. Governor Sununu, you just heard former President Trump attacking Vice President Harris. Former Governor Nikki Haley, whom you supported for president, had some advice for Trump about the best way to campaign against Harris. Take a listen to that and then take a listen to what Trump said this week.
One thing Republicans have to stop doing, quit whining about her. The campaign is not going to win talking about crowd sizes. It's not going to win talking about what race Kamala Harris is. It's not going to win talking about whether she's dumb. It's not, you can't win on those things.
I think I'm entitled to personal attacks. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for her intelligence. And I think she'll be a terrible president.
Who's right here, Haley or Trump?
Well, it is a Donald Trump in this case. Look, as Nikki, probably wouldn't point out because she was the alternative. Almost any other Republican candidate would be winning this race by 10 points. And so the message is very clear. If you stick to the issues, if you stick to what matters, this should be an easy race for Donald Trump. It really should. The delta that you're seeing right now is Trump does better with males by about 10 points. But where this giant shift in August has come is with the female voter. Frank Luntz pointed this out in his polling. He's down 10, 12 points at least with females, and they're going to come out in much bigger numbers than they previously would have if Biden were the candidate. If you talk about these economic issues, if you talk about, remind folks that he's running against the most liberal and most unpopular vice president in history that has now laid out the worst economic plan ever laid out by a Democrat candidate. Even Obama's team is panning this as a disaster for America. So she then picked her own vice presidential candidate, which is also one of the most liberal progressive governors in the country that has huge issues in terms of supporting public safety. All of these things are lining up for a huge Republican win. He's got to deliver. And we've all showed him exactly that playbook to do so. If he can get it together in the last 60 days, he can. And remind folks that as individuals, they're more important than the government. This Democrat administration, Harris's administration, right? She's not new to this game. She's been there for almost 4 years, has really tried to dominate with a big government solution. It hasn't worked, right? So if he sticks to what matters, he sticks to what made this country great, he can be very successful in November.
It sounds like you think it's going to be harder for Trump to beat Vice President Harris than it would have been for him to beat President Biden.
Oh, sure. No, there's no doubt about that because, she was able to kind of establish this resurgence, and her team has done a very good job of kind of avoiding the issues, trying to make people believe that she hasn't been there for 4 years, and they've done a very good job of that at the same time kind of capitalizing on Trump's reaction, right? They knew that the former president can be a very reactionary person, and I saw that clip that you just played. Trump can say, look, I'm entitled to be, to personal attacks. Nobody cares what you're entitled to. Do what you have to do to get the votes and win. This is an election. It's about delivering those votes, talking to those independent voters, especially those moms, those suburban females that typically wouldn't have come out strong for Biden. You got to get them back on the team. There's time to do it because they care about the economy. This whole idea that inflation was driven by price gouging, that's a bunch of nonsense, that the government's going to control prices to solve it. I just heard Hakeem Jeffries say that her plan is the American way. It's one of the most un-American plans that has ever been proposed. Free markets, entrepreneurship, competitiveness. Her plan would crush all of that, right? So let's do those things that got us out of economic slumps in the 80s and in the 60s. We have a record of success doing it the right way, not with government controls.
It really baffles me how the mainstream media, 90% of 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 the mainstream media, 90% And some of this Republican lackey feels that what they know about election campaign is better than what Trump has been doing. Now, if you look at it, Trump has been the one who has run his campaign when he went against Nikki Haley and other Republican candidates, and he won with his style. So I don't understand why the Republicans will now start telling Trump what to do. If the Republicans, like Nikki Haley, really want Donald Trump to win this election, they should show him support. If they think Donald Trump campaign style is not working, they should help from their own platform spread Donald Trump's campaign promises to the electorate. Because they are Republicans too. And whatever is good for Donald Trump is also good for them. Except they want to tell us they are still part of the deep state. They don't want Donald Trump to be president. And so they are dancing to the tune of the mainstream media. So what do you think, guys? Do you think Donald Trump should heed to the advice of Nikki Haley and the Republicans? Or he should continue doing what he has been doing that has been bringing him this level of success? So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. This helps us to grow. See you in the next video.